Breaking news tonight that should outrage every American who believes in justice. In his final pathetic moments as president, Joe Biden has committed what can only be described as a dynasty-protecting power grab. Just minutes. Yes, minutes. Before leaving office, he pardoned his entire family, his COVID czar Fauci, that compromised General Milley, and every single member of his partisan January 6th committee. Watch this shocking abuse of power unfold.
The Select Committee and the U.S. Capitol and D.C. Metropolitan Police officers who testified before the Select Committee. This as Trump prepares to take the oath of office in just a few hours.
Would that include Liz Cheney?
So
What a mess.
No, it doesn't. I guess,
Committee?
yeah, Select Committee.
The whole select.
But what does it say? Mark Milley, who is chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff under both Biden and Trump, you know that
100%.
what he's done in the past, you know that he was calling China, trying to putting down President Trump.
I mean, what are they afraid that Pete Hegseth is going to see when he goes to the Defense Department and look at the files and data? There's been no talk of going after Anthony Fauci.
Well, Rand Paul is.
There may have been some senators, but the president himself has not said he wants to prosecute
here's
Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, absolutely right. And here's the thing. You pardon somebody who's been convicted.
Right.
They haven't been
There's a
convicted. They
confession.
haven't been charged. This is crazy. It will be interesting to read the exact language, and because it just broke, we haven't seen it yet. But remember when Hunter Biden was pardoned by his father, the language was extraordinary because it essentially, we know some things happened during certain time periods, but this was a 10-year window. Anything he did during those 10 years was essentially it was a get out of jail free card. So it'll be interesting to see the language, the parameters of what time we're talking about, and what it talks about, what he has pardoned them from.
His brother wasn't on that list.
Let that sink in for a moment, patriots. While Americans struggle to pay their bills, the Biden crime family just got their golden tickets to freedom. 5 family members, James Biden, Sarah Biden, Valerie Biden Owens, John Owens, and Frances Biden, all preemptively pardoned for crimes they haven't even been charged with yet. Why pardon someone who hasn't been charged? I'll tell you why. Because they know what's coming. Let's break this down piece by piece. James Biden, the president's brother, who's been neck-deep in questionable foreign dealings. The same James who allegedly promised foreign investors special access to the Biden political machine. The same James who mysteriously couldn't repay $600,000 in loans until the heat turned up. And what about flip-flop Fauci? The man who locked down our country, destroyed small businesses, and kept our children out of schools. Or General Milley, who reportedly went behind President Trump's back to call China? These aren't public servants. They're deep state operatives who just got their get-out-of-jail-free cards. But wait, it gets worse. The entire January 6th committee? The same people who conducted the most one-sided political witch hunt in American history? Now they're immune from any investigation into their own misconduct. Let's hear what President Trump has to say about this travesty.
And I was going to talk about the things that Joe did today with the pardons of people that were very, very guilty of very bad crimes, like the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs. But I was talking about that. I was going to talk about that. They said, please don't bring that up right now. You can bring it up tomorrow. I said, how about now in front of I'll bring it up right now. This little time delay is good because we're getting great reviews on the speech. Now watch. They'll take the speech and say, I didn't like it because he left there and he talked to people. But we're giving you a little more information than we gave upstairs. But no, they pardoned a lot of people. They pardoned, before we even get to today, they pardoned, 33 murderers, absolute murderers, the worst murder. What's going on? Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to help a guy like Milley? Why are we doing Milley? He was pardoned. What he said, terrible what he said. Why are we helping some of the people? Why are we helping Liz Cheney? I mean, Liz Cheney is a disaster. She's a crying lunatic and crying Adam Kinzinger. He's a super crying. I never saw the guy not crying. He's always crying.
President Trump, as usual, cuts through the propaganda and speaks the truth that mainstream media won't tell you. These pardons weren't about justice. They were about covering up crimes. Think about it. Why would an innocent person need a pardon? Why would Biden's family need protection unless they were guilty? The timing is no coincidence, patriots. These pardons came in the final minutes of his presidency, when he thought nobody would notice. But we noticed. We always notice. And now these swamp creatures think they can walk away from their crimes against the American people. What we've witnessed today isn't just politics as usual. It's the desperate last act of a corrupt regime protecting its own. Biden didn't just pardon his family. He pardoned the entire deep state apparatus that propped up his presidency. These weren't pardons. They were insurance policies bought with the currency of presidential power. Remember this day, patriots. Remember how the Biden dynasty tried to place itself above the law. Remember how the very people who lectured us about democracy and justice just exempted themselves from both. This isn't just a scandal. It's a stain on American history that will take years to wash away. My fellow patriots, this is where you come in. We cannot let this unprecedented abuse of power fade into history. The mainstream media will try to memory hold this story faster than Hunter Biden can say, "Laptop from hell." But we're not going to let that happen, are we? No. We're going to make sure every American knows about this flagrant abuse of presidential power. Hit that like button like it's a Biden family pardon paper. Share this video with every American who still believes in justice and the rule of law. Together, we can expose this corruption for what it really is. And here's what I want to know from you. If Biden's family needed these pardons so desperately, what crimes do you think they're trying to hide? What evidence will come out now that they think they're protected? Share your theories in the comments below. Remember, patriots, they can pardon crimes, but they can't pardon the truth. The fight for our republic isn't over. It's just beginning. And with your help, we'll make sure justice prevails, even if it has to wait until 2028. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and keep fighting for truth.